What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. My name is Craig. Huge news today. Bitwise crypto ETF was approved yesterday and then paused just a couple hours later. Why? We're going to talk about that today. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at some news articles, see what they're saying about the ETF pause. For some reason, the SEC did this. Let's see if we can figure out why. Then we're going to take a look at my Bitcoin trades, also see where they're at and see how this is all affecting Bitcoin. Yeah, stick around. This will be interesting. First, we'll take a quick look at the markets on CNBC. As of the time of making this video, it is, what time is it? 9:56. So the market's been open for 26 minutes. As of right now, the Dow Jones is up 149 points. S&P's up 10.8 points and Nasdaq's down 3 points. So mixed markets. Let's take a look at some news articles here. So here it is. The SEC approves immediately. SEC approves and then immediately pauses Bitwise bid to convert Bitwise or BITW crypto index fund to an ETF. Now we're gonna try to kind of figure out why and take a look at it. So the index fund consists of BTC, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, ADA, Polkadot, Link, AVAX, LTC, and SU. So is something in there concerning the SEC that it may be a security or something like that? We're going to take a look at what's going on with it. Let's go over these articles, but remember, we're going to take a look at our Bitcoin chart, see where the targets are. It may have moved a little bit and I'll show you where, and I'm going to show you where my current trades are sitting, so stick around. But let's see. The SEC has released multiple crypto ETF updates this week, signaling shifting regulatory priorities. What's shifting? That's what I'm concerned. If anybody knows anything more than I'm talking about here, make sure you leave it in the comments so we can discuss it possibly in the next video. Also, what to know. The SEC approves Bitwise plan to convert its crypto index fund, BITW, into an ETF, but immediately put the decision on hold. Bitwise holds more than 90% of its assets in Bitcoin and Ether, with the remaining allocations spread across 8 other major altcoins, and those are the ones I read off here. The pause follows a similar action on Grayscale's multi-asset crypto fund and comes amid several new ETF filings and reviews this week. So there's a lot going on with ETFs right now. And obviously the markets, you know, and I know these markets are being manipulated like never before, guys. It's fun to watch yet scary, because what comes after this manipulation and this euphoria is, well, you know, when is that going to happen? That's the big question. Can this continue and go much, much higher first, or is it nearing or at the top? We're going to take a look at some of that stuff, but let's go on to one more article. This one's on Cointelegraph. It talks about there was something. So there's the letter right here from the senior counsel. This wasn't due for a decision until next week, so the SEC went pretty early on this decision. Nate Grassi says SEC Division of Trading and Markets has approved the Bitwise 10 crypto index ETF. However, like the Grayscale digital large cap ETF, this approval order is stayed. In my opinion, both of these should be allowed to convert, uplist ASAP. Maybe there's, like I said, there's probably something in there that scares the SEC, as in, you know, they say they're there to protect the public. Is that the case? Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to see what's going on there. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, how it's affecting Bitcoin at this moment. We'll take a look at the targets I have for Bitcoin, and then we'll take a quick look at my trades. So here we go. Obviously Bitcoin's dropping. It's 117,462 currently, and remember, we had this target at 123.7, 123.8 for a while. We almost hit it, not quite. So does that mean we topped yet, or will we still get a run up, a tag on that, maybe come down to the 110 area, which is this trend line here, and then shoot back up? We'll keep it a close eye on that, but I did show you guys the major hidden bearish divergence here with higher highs in the price, or that's bearish divergence, I'm sorry, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI, this being the daily. Now let's go into the smaller time frame and take a look at that. So this is the line we drew. Actually, yesterday we drew it like this. We broke above it and broke back below. I'm still in my trades. I just really believe that this is just more of a wedge here. We'll see which way it breaks, but when it really breaks, either we're gonna have a, okay, so let me explain real quick why I put this line here. Let me get this stuff out of the way. So right here, we had a touch at the top, touch at the bottom, touch at the top. Now we moved it up here, right? We had a touch here, but this I think is going to be more of a descending wedge, right? So come down here for another touch and then maybe back up. I explained that yesterday, what it might look like, and I'm still looking at that. I like alternative touches, right? So let's make this line here blue, just so you guys can see the difference, right? So I think it's going to be using the white line, a descending triangle right here is what I'm more looking at. Let's move this all the way over again, and then move this over, right? So this could be still a wedge, this being a touch here. But again, I don't like the two touches on the bottom before a touch on the top, right? I hope that makes sense to you. If not, you'll get it. Just keep watching. So anyways, let's take a measured move, right? We're going to do this. Move this up here. So our measured move, a break of the bottom, if it's the blue line, right? If that ends up being it, it's going to be around 109. If it's the, I'm going to show you guys some other stuff too. If it breaks on this bottom line here, we're looking at about 108 to 109, right? And if we look at these areas, look over here at the high volume nodes, they match up perfectly. We got to match up right here, right? We can pull this all the way over so you can see. Right, it matches up with these high volume nodes, and then we'll take another. We're gonna go down here to this one and look at where that lines up, right? On this big high volume node right here, around 107.7, 107.8. That would make perfect sense to me. And then if it's gonna continue up from there, right? So if we look, we can pull this all the way across. That shows you that that was major resistance area before. If that continues to be support, then we most likely come up back up to at least the 118 or maybe even to our 127 high. We're gonna have to take a look at that, but that's the measured move. If we break up without breaking down, should get us up to that range somewhere around 126 to 127. We actually need to lower that now a little bit, right about there. So let's say 127 even. But that's what I'm looking at there. Now, for our trades, let's take a look at where my current trades are and why. And I have not moved anything yet. So right now we're up 18,400 on this trade, which is 5 Bitcoin short. Also, our stops are at 121, right? So if we get stopped out, we automatically, no matter what, 2,500 bucks. And remember, on Prime XBT, you could trade all markets, crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from one exchange. And you can trade all these assets. You could use your crypto to trade these assets. And right now, till the end of this month, it's 70% off trading fees. That's almost zero trading fees, guys. Check it out. The link's down below. I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use the exchange. But there's a link and a promo code down below to get you that bonus. Now, here's my other one on BITUNIX. We are currently up 102%, $1,500 on a small trade. This was just shy of 1 Bitcoin short. And currently, like I said, we're up about almost 1,600 bucks here. I did put my stops in there at about break even, very minute profit. So even this trade, no matter what, we won. That's a safe way to trade, guys. Never put in more than you're willing to lose. Remember, none of this is financial advice, but keep watching this and you will see my style of trading. Now, if you trade the same as everybody else, chances are you're going to lose, because markets will do that, right? If everybody's trading the same way, eventually that turns around and goes wrong. So you got to figure out a strategy that works for you and is profitable, right? I don't trade like everyone else. I've been doing very well. If any of you that's followed my journey, we've been trading Bitcoin for a long time and doing extremely well. If I change my strategy, I show people how I changed it. But again, if everybody was doing the same strategy all the time, the markets would only go one way. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the ETF. Why do you think they paused it? I am curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'm out.